You can now give a task to an AI saying something like, go to the eBay, search for the laptop, oh, make sure it has 4090 graphics card, add it to the card, ship it to my address, and it will do it like this. And you can just go by your day and do the work you have. Now, if you know what I'm talking about OpenAI's AI Operator, which they released a month ago. And the only thing is that it costs around $200 a month, and it's only accessible to US users. And if you're like me, then you wouldn't even have access to it. Of course, you can have these VPNs and all sorts of that stuff, but I have found an alternative. It's open source, it's free almost, and you can host it locally on your computer. And it will do it like this. It will open up a browser for you. It will perform the task you have gave it to. It's awesome. And we are going to build one in this video. So let's get right into it. This thing, what we are going to be using today, is called Web UI, and it's completely open source. You can host it on your local computer. You can even have your own local AI, which is option, but you would have to have your own supercomputer in order to run it. So, but I don't have it, and we are going to do it with OpenAI's API key, which is the probably second best option. And the idea is that you're going to pay for only what you use. Now, this is a great option. You don't have to pay these $200 a month. I will be doing this on Windows computer, but it's pretty similar to the Mac also. So you just follow the steps I will do and we will achieve the result, hopefully. In order for us to install this AI operator locally, we would need to open our PowerShell if we are on Windows, and that is where all the magic will be happening. In order for us to start, there is needed Python 3.11 as minimum required and a Git for cloning the repository. Now, in order for you to do so, you can go to the python.org website and install the Python 3.11, which you can do it right over, let me see, which you can do right over here in the downloads, and you can download the version you want. For the second option, for the Git, for cloning the repository, you can go to this link and you can download Git. Right here, you click on downloads and then you choose your operating system. When you have installed the requirements, Python and Git, the next step is we can start working and installing this AI operator on our computer. Now, the first option is we have to clone our repository. So go ahead, you copy this command and you paste in your PowerShell. You click enter, and now it's going to clone the, you could say, interface for this AI operator, which we will have. Now, the next step is you have to locate this Web UI. You click on CD Web UI and you are now in your Web UI. The next step is to set up our environment where this whole AI will be running in. Now you click and copy this command, you go back to terminal and you post it in, and now it's going to create your own environment. When you have done that, you now need to activate your environment. You do it by selecting, for example, in my case, I'm using PowerShell. So I copy this command and go back in, I copy it, I click enter, and now we can see it's active, as you can see with these brackets. The next step is to install the required dependencies, and we just copy this command line, we go back in terminal, and we click this, and now it will automatically install everything it needs in order it to run. We wait a few minutes. Now, after some while, everything will be installed and you're almost ready to get this started. The last step is you have to install this Playwright tool, which is required for web browser to open and do these actions with web browser without us doing a thing. Now you click on that, you click on enter, and we can see, yes, it's installed. And now the last step is we have to create a copy of the example environment file, and this will be file where we could add our API keys just so it doesn't restart and we don't have to put it in every time we go into this web browser for AI operator. We click on this and we have now created our local AI operator. When we have done those things, what we want to do is run the web UI. And we are doing this by copying this command and we are copying it into our terminal. Now, when we click on enter, it's going to start our web UI project in this port 7788 on our local host. When our web UI will be activated, we are now seeing this URL where we can go, put it into Chrome, and we now have this web UI, our own local AI operator. We can put this in the full screen and we can see when we go to LLM configuration, we can choose the LLM provider. And like I mentioned earlier, you can have your own LLM model, but it's just you have to have some kind of supercomputer. But today I'm going to be showing you with this OpenAI. And you choose the OpenAI, you choose the 4.0 model. That is the best model which I have tested. It is also the fastest one. And now here you can see the field for API key. And if you don't know how to access your OpenAI key, then we'll quickly show you that. If you go to the OpenAI platform, then you click on this OpenAI API overview, you log into your account. When you successfully logged into your OpenAI platform, what you want to do is you want to go to the dashboard, you want to go to the API keys, and then here you want to create new secret key. You want to name it. In this case, I will name it DIY AI Operator. Click on create secret key and now it will reveal for you the API key which you should copy. And then you should go to your web UI interface and copy it in here. Next, when we go to the browser settings, we want to check this option keep browser open, and this will ensure that we can actually see what AI is doing and how it is looking for from AI's perspective. Now we click on this keep browser open. In the next tab, run agent tab, we can see we have this task description box, and here we can describe task what we want AI to actually do for us. And for this example, let's say something like go to imdev.ai, which is our website, and contact them asking if it's possible to create a DIY operator for our company, name John, email john@gmail.com. Now when we click on run agent, it's going to process and take some time, and now it's going to load the some kind of Chrome window, but it's actually not a Chrome, as we can see. Now it will load our website. It's going to take some time. And now we can see these boxes that appears. And with numbers, it's numbering them. It's for him to understand what to click on. Now we can see it is navigating to contact us. Yes, it clicked on it. Now we can see the form. Now he has to type in name John, which he thinks about it. He puts in the name John. It's doing itself. I'm not doing anything. It put in the email, and now in the message, is it possible to create the AI operator for a company? And he will submit it. Nice, it submitted it. I can show you, here's also the deep research tab, which I'm going to be showing you in a minute. Now, then here you can see also the recordings it has done. And when you click on these, you can see what it has actually done, right? You can see this first recording. Now, here you can load some config files, but that is no worries. And that is especially like main thing. But now we will be trying the prompt I talked about in the start of the video about the eBay stuff. And we will see how it does it. So I have made a prompt and I have said go to ebay.com, search for the laptop, make sure it has RTX 4090, scroll to the first 5 listings. This is a new one I added. Select one with the lowest price, click on the listing, add item to the cart, proceed to checkout page, then also add one for my friend, making sure you have 2 such laptops. And then for the shipping info, fill it with random contact information, making sure it ships to Latvia. And now we'll be able to see how it really performs. So we click on run the agent. It should open the log. Yes, it opened its own window, and now it will perform the task. So it went to the ebay.com. Okay, we can see a lot of boxes popping up. Okay, it's searching for a laptop with 4090 graphics card. Now it has searched for the laptop, and now it has to go through the first 5 listings and pick one with the lowest price. I can scroll to and I can see this one, first 5. So it's, I think this one with the lowest price. Is it the 5th one? Yes, it's the 5th one. So this one is with the lowest price. Will it pick this one? We'll see. Okay, so he went to not the cheapest laptop, but we'll see what he will do now. It seems like he will do something. Okay, so he's adding this laptop to the cart. It's not the cheapest one, but still, it has added it to the cart. Now it has to go to the checkout page. Will it do so? Yes, he has gone to checkout page. Now we can see it is asking if they want to sign in or continue as guest. We didn't specify this in the task, but it understood and it went and continued as a guest. So that is nice thing. Now he has to fill in the contact information with random stuff. And I'm curious what he will put. So he put the John from the last task. He put the Doe. Okay, that's interesting. He put the last name correct. Street address. Okay, it put the street address. For street address 2 point, it didn't put anything. City Riga. That's great. Zip code. Okay, in the zip code, it put the email. Interesting. Okay, in the next email tab, he put the email actually. Now for the country code, it's Latvia, this is correct. Now he has to put in phone number. Okay, so he actually understood that he put the email in the zip code field, so he rechanged the zip code to the correct one. Now he clicked on done, but it showed that there's phone number field is required and he hasn't entered all information. So we'll see if he will enter and understand that he has to enter a phone number. Okay, he's going to phone number and he actually put the phone number, actually with the 2, which is how Latvia number starts, and he has to click on done. Okay, so he clicked on done, but he actually has to put in confirm email, so he has to re-enter the email address. We are going to see if AI operator is going to do this. Yes, it did. And now it should be correct. Now it should let us complete the shipping information. Okay, so he has clicked on done and everything is now correct. Now he has to put in the credit card information and well, it's interesting for me to see what he will put. He's going now to change the information again. Okay, so we are just going to stop this because we didn't specify further what to do, but you could see it did the task. It even changed the info when it was required, some fields to put in. So it was pretty smart and it did the things we didn't even describe in the task itself, like continuing as a guest and then rechecking the information and putting the correct one. So that's a nice plus. Another cool feature here is the deep research, which I did want to from the start flex on this because it wasn't essentially on for pro users, for plus users, sorry, where you have to pay only $20 a month. But then a week ago, OpenAI released that it's also for plus users. But still, you can only have 10 searches per month, and so still this probably wins this, except you still have to pay for your searches, but still. And well, we can actually see that here it is more a little bit of customizability. Here you can set max search iterations, which stands for how many rounds AI will go through the research, and with every round, it refines its answers. And now here on the right side, we have max query per iteration, and that just means how many different things each round is going to ask. So maybe it's not good to set this number too high, because if you set it too high, then you might get little random answers in it, but that's still a good parameter to look for. And now for this example, I'm gonna put in also this research task into OpenAI, deep research, and in this one, I'm going to see the difference. This one is some default research task, which I'm going to run. It's compose a report on some kind of LLM and lots of yapping. Now we're going to set this max search iteration to 3, and this I'm going to set this to 2. I would love to set this higher, especially this round search, but I cannot because previous times when I tested it, I had an error, and it's because I haven't spent $50 still in API keys, so I don't have much of these input tokens that I can put into 4.0 model. But we're going to go with this one and we're going to see the results. It's not going to be as much as OpenAI's results, but still we can get the idea. Now, when we run this research, it will also be like in the previous steps when we ran the agent, and you can also see how it like opens the tabs, goes through the tabs. You can see it right here. It also does the same as in the with the agent part, with the AI operator part. It opens the tabs, it does the part, and you can like follow through and see how it researches through these tabs. And while this is happening, I'm going to do the same and put it into ChatGPT, the same prompt. We're going to put this one, copy it here, allow the deep research, and then just put it here. And we can see the differences. It's gonna, ChatGPT is also outputting some, what do I want to specify? I'm going to say all of them. And now it will start its search. Okay, so the ChatGPT research is still going. It's been around 30 minutes. I don't know if that's something wrong with my browser. But in the meantime, I will show you how you can save your settings for your local AI just so you wouldn't have to like put them in this API key every time you go in there, and also show you how you can go in there if you want to. Now, I'm going to close this by pressing Ctrl plus C. It's going to close it. Going to open the PowerShell. In the PowerShell, you locate your web UI. And now what you want to do is you want to type in notepad.env. And this is going to open such document where you can put in here OpenAI API key. And we just copy it here. No worries, I will revoke the key, but at least you can try it if I forgot. And then you just save and then you just close it. And now when you want to open the web UI, you just copy the prompt for activating your environment, which is this one. You put it in, you can see now it's active. And the last step you have to do, you have to copy this prompt, paste it here, click enter, and that's it. And you're running. And then you just go to your address, localhost 7788. You just refresh it, wait for it a little bit. Now you can see you have your open local AI. After some while, we got results from both of the local AI and the ChatGPT. And yeah, the ChatGPT has a pretty comprehensive answer compared to this local AI. And even local AI gave me this error about more tokens used. As you can see, my limit is 30,000 for a model. I had 34,000. So this is another issue that I'm still having. Like I said, I haven't still spent $50 in API key usage. But as you can see, this didn't give any link, although in some other testings that I did previously, it did give also the links down here. And but it didn't do it like ChatGPT did. As you can see, after some like sentence or word, it gives the link where you can go and click. For this one, it would only like point that it would put like in the brackets that this was took from sixth source, and then down here it would output the sources, and you can like go and check yourself. But yeah, we can see that ChatGPT gave much more comprehensive answer. There are maybe few topics which they covered both. We can see like current advancements. Then at the top it was, I think, yeah, origins. Like it's on the same track, but like I said, with only 3 search iterations and 2 query iterations, there is not much info. Still, it's something fun to play with. And it's interesting to see, and you can still have a much customizability and much more searches than just only the 10 searches that you get on Plus plan on ChatGPT. So that's it for me for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video just as I did, and I actually hope that you were able to make your own local AI. But if you didn't, then leave a comment and maybe I'll be able to help you and reach out to you, and I'll catch you up in the next videos. Bye.